Namaste. Today, Siddaramaiah took the oath as the Chief Minister of Karnataka across. Now, we can attribute it to many things, but first of all, his name is called Siddaramaiah. People who have names of Lord Ram in India are very, very successful in India because they worship Lord Ram. There is a lot of energy in the name of the Lord Ram. The second thing is the name Siddaramaiah. Siddha means one who fulfills the wishes, one who has Karya Siddhi. So the name Siddaramaiah is a wonderful name. He was able to fulfill his wishes. He has become the chief minister the second time, which is very good across. There's nothing wrong. The second thing is, people say astrology is not believed by politicians. Actually, it is wrong. The astrology are believed by some of the biggest people, multi-millionaires across. Today, Shivakumar actually gave an interview to Barka Datta where he showed the astrologer and his puja room across. Now, the astrologer had predicted 139 seats. I don't know how he predicted, but he was an accurate man. So the point is, the politicians use astrologers, which is not understood by many people across. People, these so-called influencers, who are nothing but a filtered form of Western media ideas, they talk about it and they are all below 30. They have no idea about what they are talking about. So the first thing is, if you see Siddaramaiah, he took the oath on a Saturday, but he has taken the oath on Simha Lagna. And from Simha Lagna, now all the planets are in Kendra and Trikona. This cannot be have done with the flash of ideas. This has been done deliberately across. Because most planets are in 7, 9 and 10 combination, which is going to be super duper for Siddaramaiah. The only problem is the 4th Lord is in the 12th house and the 9th Lord is in the 12th house. So that could be a problem, but which we will discuss later. The other one is the moon is exalted. It is in Rohini Nakshatra, and the Rohini is supposed to be the Lord Krishna's Nakshatra, plus it is exalted, and the exalted Dasa of moon is bound to happen for the entire period across. So the first thing is, if you take the horoscope from Simha Lagna, the 10th Lord is in the 11th house, the government is going to function effectively across. Their policies are bound to be positive. Their policies are bound to create more jobs, more infrastructure, and easing out of the norms for the investment industry and building up Karnataka and Bangalore. The second thing is, now if you take moon as the Dasa, the 10th Lord is in the 10th house, which itself is excellent for a ruler. Now from many planets, the 10th Lord is in the 10th house or the 10th Lord is in the 11th house. So that is why I am telling Siddaramaiah tenure, he will complete the tenure as planned. The second thing is, he will have the support of a person, that Shivakumar. The other important thing is, his cabinet is going to be stable. Of course, like all political parties, they are bound to be corruption, all the other charges. But Siddaramaiah is bound to be very successful across. The second thing is, the sun is in the 10th house, which is wonderful, because from the Lagna, the sun is in the 10th house. So he is bound to have a lot of positive image, positive vibe, and a lot of success. In his 10th house, the sun and the moon combines together. And that is considered very close to the Akshay Tritiya, where the sun gets exalted, the moon also gets exalted, but sun and moon in a very good nakshatra. And that means Siddaramaiah's cabinet is going to be stable, his power in the thing is going to be stable, and he is not, the BJP might not be able to make very big inroads with them as a person. The last time the chief minister was taken by Devagowda, son, and that had a very, very wobbly Mugurta. And that wobbly Mugurta showed that the government became unstable. This time BJP will find it very difficult to wreak havoc. Now people will say, no, that is not true. No, they wreaked havoc in Maharashtra, and if the time is not proper, they are bound to have problems across. And the second important thing is, now the ninth house is Jupiter, and so any kind of difference of opinion with Karge or with the other party leaders are all not going to come into a big force across. So that is bound to be successful. The Siddaramaiah sons can have some kind of a problem because the Jupiter and Rahu combines together. So he can have problem across. The other one is the Mars in the 12th house, which signifies some kind of a problem with the transport sector and some kind of a problem with the vehicle sectors, and they're bound to have a certain amount of problem across. And the second lord Mercury is in the 9th house, so he's going to have a fantastic way of speaking, communicating with people. The IT industry is bound to have a lot of positive changes across. Now the same contrast we take it with Annamalai. Annamalai was a BJP leader from Tamil Nadu. He moved to Karnataka to have the election. Now from Saturn, the sun transited the 8th house. Now just before the election results were announced, the sun transited the 8th house. So Annamalai is not having fame and name. Remember a simple rule of astrology. Whenever sun transits the 6, 8, 12 houses from Saturn, people are bound to have problems in that of the career across. So in that sense, he will have a problem, Annamalai will have a problem, whereas Siddaramaiah will become very, very positive and growth oriented across. But many people talk about the end of BJP, the position of Narendra Modi coming down. All that is all a real humbug. Now, if you see Modi ji's horoscope from Saturn, it's going to be very, very powerful execution. And normally I have seen in the BJP, if everything is going to go good at the end of the election, they are bound to lose the election. For example, Vajpayee had everything going great guns, he lost the election. Whereas Narendra Modi had a tough time last time. The Pakistan came and hit in Pulwama. He converted that into an advantage. And before that election, there were losses in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh, in Karnataka. So BJP politically successful pattern means the last part of the state election, they are bound to have problem. So they will upscale their performance and then they will be able to win it. It's like they don't do so well in semi-finals. They do very well in the finals across. So that is the pattern of BJP. So people who are writing of BJP should come to the understanding that BJP's end might be wobbly, and if the end is wobbly, the finish is super duper of BJP. So that is the main problem with many people, and the so-called political pundits like the print and the so-called Barka that talks about their end of Modi regime and all that thing. That is all their ideas. It does not reflect an astrological reality, and that astrological reality is reflected in many people's life. You see the contrast between Siddaramaiah and the Annamalai horoscope. I'm not telling Annamalai does not have a future, political future. He has a political future, just that when the sun was in 6-8-12, it had a problem. One of my students told the demo was announced when the sun was transiting India's 6th house. Now there is some other rules about the notes are introducing when the sun is in the 12th house. So that is the main thing. Astrology, if so much of research is poured into it, so much of people involvements are there, then this science can bloom into another level. This is an individual effort. How much ever I put the effort, it has its own limitation. But if the government and the many private bodies get involved, astrology is a super science which can be used for the welfare of the humanity. So thank you so much. Keep tuning in. You will learn many things about astrology.